What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update with lots of ins, outs and contract news. So before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support my channel, then make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I do upload for the latest Manchester City latest news and transfer news. We're aiming for 8,000 subscribers. At the time of recording this video, we're now less than 800 subscribers away, so any help to us, that would be much appreciated. I was just doing my digging before this video, and if all my subscribers was to go into a stadium, we could fill Aldershot's recreation ground, which is insane, and we'd have fans outside of the stadium as well. It blows my mind, it baffles me, so thank you everyone for the continued support. Also, you can go check out my social media links, my Twitter and Instagram, which you can find in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. We'll be running Manchester City daily transfer updates throughout the summer transfer window when the window does reopen at the end of the season. So yeah, worthwhile. If you've got anything you want to try and sponsor, then worthwhile hitting me up in my emails. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. We smashed past my 260 like goal that I set in the last video, so let's go for 270 likes for this video. Any help to us, that'd be much appreciated. And don't forget also, I am always interested in what you do have to say, so leave your thoughts of these transfers in the comments below. So without further ado, let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the contract news first, and it's some positive news with Kevin De Bruyne. Now, Manchester City, they're expected to resume contract talks with Kevin De Bruyne very soon, it's been reported, and this is going to be over a new deal where Manchester City are looking to make Kevin De Bruyne one of, if not the highest paid player at Manchester City. He's currently on £280,000 per week, which is a lot of money, but it's nowhere near as much as some of the other players in the Premier League and in other big European leagues. Some are on £300,000 per week, £400,000 per week, £500,000, £600,000 per week. So Kevin De Bruyne, he's looking for more money. Apparently, though, he's interested in staying at Manchester City regardless of a Champions League ban or not. He's showing commitment to Manchester City. Apparently, City want to offer him the captaincy as well as a little sweetener for Kevin De Bruyne. I'm hoping we can get this new contract tied down. We have to keep our most successful, our best players at Manchester City. De Bruyne is definitely one of them players that we do need to keep at Manchester City, and I think we should be doing everything that we can to keep him at our club. Now, moving on to the outs, and speaking of players that potentially want to stay at our club, leads us on to Eric Garcia, where we're getting conflicting reports. Now, Miguel Rico, who's a source at Barcelona, is saying that Barcelona are confident they can sign Eric Garcia, and get this, they think they can get it done for between 7 and 10 million euro. For a high-quality prospect like Eric Garcia, that seems really, really low. Even though he's got 1 year left on his contract, I'd still regard him as a lot more than what is being reported. Now, Sport have added on, saying that Manchester City have had a contract offer on the table for Eric Garcia for months, and that still has not been signed. And so that news concerns me, but I do feel a little bit better with this news. Now, Lou Martin, who is a source close to Barcelona and apparently reliable, says that it's all a lie about Barcelona wanting Eric Garcia. He said that Barcelona on purpose have leaked this information into the press for their interest, but no offer has actually been made from Barcelona, and Barcelona apparently do not want to pay what Manchester City want for Eric Garcia, and so they put it into the press to let it public knowledge know that they're interested in Eric Garcia as a little transfer tactic to try and, well, spin the head of Eric Garcia to try and make him want to join Barcelona instead. But actually, no money, no offers or anything are in place, and apparently it's all a lie. So we'll have to wait and see what's happening there. I find it interesting that one source is saying 7 to 10 million euro, which sounds very affordable, then all of a sudden he's too expensive. We know that Barcelona don't really have too much money. They're trying to swap players this summer rather than sign players for cash. And so I'm hoping that we can get Eric Garcia, as well as Kevin De Bruyne, on a new contract. So I'm hoping that he's going to stay at Manchester City. Whilst we need to keep our best players at City, I also want to keep our best prospects here as well. Now, we've got an update on Claudio Bravo. We had an update yesterday saying that Zach Steffen is set to be Manchester City's new number 2 next season. So Claudio Bravo is going to be out of contract and leaving Manchester City once the season does end. And apparently, according to nethaber.com, a source in Turkey, Besiktas is going to be that club, as I've previously reported. And apparently it's in the final stages now. Just contract length and wage needs sorting for Claudio Bravo for next season to become a Besiktas player. So there we go. And now moving on to our last story in the outs. It comes in the form of an update of Ciao Bashiru, who apparently is in discussions with Sheffield Wednesday over a move to Hillsborough after Sheffield Wednesday and Manchester City have agreed a deal for his sale. That is according to Sky Sports. Bashiru has started talks with Sheffield Wednesday now over personal terms is the latest update, as he may well very soon become a Sheffield Wednesday player, but this will obviously be for next season. Now, we'll move on to the ins. We've got a new name, comes in the form of Pierre-Emile Højbjerg of Southampton, the 24-year-old central midfielder. He's been linked with Ajax, he's been linked with Tottenham Hotspur, and he's been linked with Manchester City as well, according to Duncan Castles. And Manchester City are taking seriously Højbjerg, who they want to potentially bring into our club. Personally, just my opinion this, I don't see this. I think this is unrealistic. I'm not too sure I see Manchester City signing a central midfielder this summer. That's just my honest opinion. We seem to be moving our attention to replacing Leroy Sané potentially in the wings. If that doesn't happen, they may look for a striker and potentially move Gabriel Jesus into that wing position instead. Of course, Phil Foden's going to be used a lot more over the next season as David Silva leaves. I just don't feel like a central midfielder potentially is needed. I mean, if we do need one as injuries or anything, then potentially we might look for a central midfielder in January. But it seems that City's targets, so Aura, we've been linked with, and of course Benessa not for sale, and Husam Aura we're going to have to pay €50 million to sign him, and that City have to make some serious investments for a position which might not be needed. Like maybe if Højbjerg was available for a very cut price cheap deal, City might be interested, but personally I don't see it, if I'm completely honest. I think we've got enough cover in midfield to last us until at least January and see where we go from there. Bernardo Silva, of course, can be used in the centre as well if we start to look down on some numbers. Fernandinho has been used in defensive midfield, so we've got more than enough cover in central midfield. I didn't think Pep had used Fernandinho again in defensive midfield, but since he's done it since the restart, we've seen it happen that maybe he is thinking about that, and so City moving their attentions to the back, centre-back, left-back, and potentially an attacking winger as well is where City may be moving their business for this summer. Now, speaking of defenders, we've got an update on Kalidou Koulibaly of Leicester City. Now, Scar, a source in Turkey, they're reporting... That's a brilliant source, by the way, Scar. What a name. Anyway, they're reporting that Pep Guardiola, he's keen on the Leicester man. He wants him in his defence, and he wants to sign him, and they've quoted a price of €80 million. As I've mentioned previously with Ben Chilwell, and I'm going to mention it with Soyuncu as well, I do not see Leicester selling their players, particularly if they are in the Champions League next season. They're going to want a lot of money. They're not going to drive their price down because they don't want to sell. They don't have to sell. They've got the money there from the Premier League and the Champions League as well. They're not under any pressure to sell, so it's going to take a whopping offer to prize their best players away from them. And like I said, they've been quoted as wanting near £80 million for Ben Chilwell, Soyuncu as well. I mean, clubs just aren't going to pay it in this pandemic year for transfers. So, unrealistic in my opinion. I think he's a good player. I just think City will turn their attentions elsewhere. And City seem confident that they can bring in a centre-back, a quality centre-back, for a cheaper price than €80 million. Which moves us nicely onto our final story, which we have an update on long-awaited Kalidou Koulibaly. Now, Tutto Napoli, a source close to Napoli, they're reporting that Koulibaly's agent has now received 2 offers for his client from Liverpool and Manchester City. Neither of their offers exceed €80 million, which is exactly what Napoli are looking for, but apparently they'd accept a little bit less if it was all up front in cash. They're looking at around between €70 to €80 million. Napoli, well, I'm not too sure what to make it, if I'm completely honest. I feel like they're wanting a bidding war between City and Liverpool. We know what Liverpool value Koulibaly at. They're not prepared to go over £60 million. So somewhere between £50 and £60 million is where their offer is willing to go as high as. So I'm confident that if City can move that just a little bit above £60 million, then that would be enough for us to bring in Kalidou Koulibaly. But Daniel Kutz at The Sun, he's been reporting that Manchester City may well look to use players plus cash for Napoli instead. And 2 players being mentioned is Nicolas Otamendi, who is a player that may leave Manchester City this summer, and Alexander Zinchenko, which would make sense with City looking at a left-back. 2 very good players, in my opinion, who would both suit the Italian league, who would more than likely be a good success at Napoli, in my opinion, as well. And City are willing to offer them 2 players plus cash for Kalidou Koulibaly to join Manchester City this summer. Liverpool were willing to offer some cash plus Dejan Lovren. So it's all about what Napoli prefer. I imagine it's a club that's willing to pay and give Napoli the most money as to where Koulibaly will end up with. And in my opinion, we cannot afford to miss out on a quality player like Koulibaly. Not only miss out on him, but miss out on him to our closest rivals in the Premier League, to Liverpool, and therefore aiding their campaign and obviously weakening our potential campaign for next season. And so we need to do everything we can here to try and bring in Koulibaly and beat Liverpool to his signature here. They beat us to Virgil van Dijk. We weren't willing to match their finances. I'm hoping here that we can bring in Koulibaly because our defence needs it. It needs more reinforcements. And so we need to make sure we get this transfer done. And I'm confident if we can act quick enough, then we can get it done. We'll wait and see, though. Of course, we're waiting to see what happens with Cass and Manchester City. Rumours have been flying around in the last 24 hours that Manchester City have gotten away with it. Manchester City are going to be cleared by Cass and they are not going to be given a Champions League ban for next season or the season after. And so that 2-year ban that was given by UEFA is going to be quashed and it's not going to exist anymore. That's the rumours. We have an announcement, 9:30 British summertime by Cass on Monday. This Monday coming up, we will know who Manchester City will potentially target in the transfer window because we'll know if we'll be in the Champions League or not next season. We will wait and see. I will do a video on that on Monday when we get that verdict. I will be retweeting and tweeting about it, so make sure you stay tuned to my Twitter at 9:30 on Monday for the verdict, which is, it's more important off the field than it is on the field at the moment. That matters more than our match against Brighton, which is happening tonight. So there we go. I'll have a video out on that on Monday, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So there we go. That has been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. I'm aiming for 270 likes, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. Don't forget also leave your thoughts in the comments below of these transfers. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 8,000 subscribers, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. And don't forget also, you can find my social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget also, you can find my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And I'll be back again tonight for that live stream of the Manchester City away game against Brighton. So I'll have lots of interaction over there. I'll see you all over there for that live stream. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope everyone is safe and well too. And I'm going to leave a video link at the end of this video too. Or you can just go and check out my channel where I've done a free giveaway for my Panini sticker for the Premier League. The deadline was meant to be today. I'm just going to extend it by 24 hours because it seems to have gained some algorithm. So I'm going to give everybody an extra 24 hours and tune in onto my Instagram live tomorrow morning where I'm going to be doing that free giveaway draw announcing who has won that prize. So go and check that video out and leave the comment sticker in that video, like the video and subscribe to my channel to be entered into the draw to win that amazing prize and free giveaway offered by me. So I'll see everyone again very soon. Having JSGC, I've waffled on far too much. Peace. Ciao for now.